joining me today. My name is Griselle and I'm with Psychic MG, and we are here to do a reading based on why your secret admirer is obsessed. So if you're a repeat offender, I want to thank you again for joining me and returning for more shenanigans. And if you are new to my channel, welcome. I hope that you find a great space here and that you feel safe in our little community. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and cleanse the area. This is a timeless read, by the way, even though I'm shooting this in December. And let's go ahead and start with clip number 1. Clip number 1, we're going to begin with charms. Okay, so I've got these charms right here. What is going on? Let's just call it pile number 1. Secret admirer is now obsessed. What is going on? Oh, love it. Look, you can't make this up. I hope that translates well on camera here. Okay, so they want to understand you. You are now an enigma. You are a puzzle. You are not simply someone that they met or see on social media and got interested in and thought, wow, she's hot, he's hot. No, there's way more depth and layers to you. And they want to solve that puzzle about you. So we're going to find out more about this. Now, I do want to pull the Soul's Journey lesson cards. And one more thing I do want to say is that I do believe we should all love ourselves first and foremost before we can love anyone else, okay? Do not give your power away to another. For pile number 1, the Soul's Journey lesson cards. What message do we have on this secret admirer turned obsession? Let's find out. Guilt. I release any belief that no longer assists in my soul's growth. Interesting. Okay, so this is starting to feel like somebody from the past. We're going to go ahead and look and see what the good book says. I release any beliefs no longer assist in my soul's growth. The energy of fear has many guises to complete your path to loving yourself. Guilt is the most devious because it is a wolf in sheep's clothing. It is self-imposed emotion that pretends to be instructive and enlightening. Guilt can help us grow when we realize that our actions have been harmful to others and that we need to make amends. After we do so, though, it's a time to learn from the behavior and move on, okay? So we're going to leave it there. That is pretty much self-explanatory. So who is obsessed about my pile number 1? Clip 1. Who is obsessed with the... Let's find out. Somebody who's very, very slow to come towards you, okay? Again, this is still the energy. I'm going to move this just so this comes in focus. The energy is completely slow-moving and methodical, absolutely riveted and focused. But I'm going to tell you that this person has had you in their crosshairs. If you do any shooting or archery, things like that, you know what that is. Well, probably most of you know what that is anyways. But they're really slow to really invest any time into. Now, there's a lot of emotion behind this knight. Now, they're coming towards you. They've graduated from being a page. It is still the energy of a knight. So the knights are the movers and the shakers, typically. Now, this one is the investor. I invest my time, energy. This person can be seen as sometimes stingy. Could have been stingy. I feel like it is someone from the past with all of this emotion behind you. I feel like there's been an element of time that have passed, like it could have been 3 years or longer, or 3 months, depending on what feels long to you. I mean, but I feel like this person was really slow to even offer you anything, and now they're coming from a place where they are a lot more balanced. I'm getting a ton of energy on my like right side of my body, which is the divine masculine. This is moving forward. Okay, so this person does want to move forward with you. They're in a place where they feel secure, and I feel like you are their home. They're calling you their person. And so while you were together, this person was still an admirer, regardless of how things ended. They still had a lot of love for you, kept tabs on you online, and you are completely an enigma. The way you've transformed your life, the way you've changed, and they see you as their person. And I happen to flip these cards over, and right away I have the Empress. So they could feel like this night could be saying, you know what, you are definitely my person. And here's why. I'm obsessed with you because I know that you're the quintessential mother. You are incredibly abundant. This is a vibration number 3, creativity. You created everything. It's almost like you create a world. And they see that and they're just really stunned. And they're stunned into silence. But if you notice, there's a common thread here. It's almost like these two pictures can merge and really easily be a picture together. And so I feel like vibrationally and everything else, this person looks at you as they call you home. Now this night is completely in their gear. I mean, there's nothing that pierces this armor. They could have been like really a tough nut to crack for some of you. If you were in a relationship before, if you were in a situationship or dated or just knew each other, they could have not let you know how they really felt about things, okay? And I feel like that had a lot to do with their stability, their financial stability, their position in life, their level of maturity, the fact that they thought things through before they went all in, okay? They were never going to be someone who just jumped in. I feel like they had a lot of experiences jumping, and now they want to jump back in. I don't know how you feel about that, but they want to see like the piece of the puzzle that's missing. You're a piece of their heart that is missing. And so that is what I'm feeling. You could have been pregnant with their child. You could have had their child. You could be baby mama. But regardless, you are somebody that they can really see becoming like their empress, their reason for coming home, their other half, okay? Very slow progress. So why is this person obsessed with you? Why is the secret admirer now obsessed? Let's find out. I heard because of your glow up. Because of your glow up and because you hold things close to your heart right now. You're not open and sharing with everybody. You're withholding from this person. That's how they feel. And they're not used to that. I just want to say that they're used to finding ways to get into people's energy or getting people's graces are very charming, but with a lack of commitment on their part. And I feel like you've withheld your energy and you're like, you know what? The piece of the puzzle is that I'm a whole person. I no longer need anyone to complete and validate me. And this glow up, the fact that you are speaking your truth, that you are living in a higher vibration, you could be into astronomy, astrology, self-sufficient. You could be a homesteader. You could be thinking about like growing your own plants and growing your own vegetables, whatever, things like that. And they're actually riveted and fascinated because if anything, it's made you more attractive, more appealing, and yet you're totally withholding. And so now they're obsessed, okay? So why is this person obsessed with you? Oh, I felt that here. Ooh, I feel like you feel them too. Oh, and it's also not only withholding, but you're like, your defenses are high. You're like, you know what? I worked hard to become this, to establish my kingdom, whatever that means for you. It could be a little room. It could be you're renting a room. It could be a beautiful house, a castle, a palace. I don't care. But regardless, your space, what you call home, is your space. And that is your castle. And I feel like you are really defending and withholding. Yeah, withholding. You are creating in secrecy. Like she has a baby or whatever it is that she's creating in that tummy. And they're all up, trying to be all up in your business, trying to put the puzzles together. Like you're creating all this stuff and they want to see, they want to know, they want to be privy to that information. And I do feel like there's a sense of entitlement, okay? And I do feel like this tree has like grown. It's taken many, many years, so it's solid. And I heard it's here for you, but it might be a little too late, okay? So why is this person obsessed with you? Let's find out. Ooh. Oh my God, that was the loudest sneeze in the whole world. Sorry. I have the Queen of Cups. So you could be somebody who is psychic, who's divinely connected. I hope you can see that. Yeah, there we go. You're intuitive, and I feel like you are in some ways divinely connected. I think that you can feel them thinking about you. I think that they love the way that you dress. They love your cleavage. They love your dress. They love your style. They even love your hair. They love the way that you offer emotion, and it seems freely. You offer emotion freely, and I feel like there's a little bit of a jealousy, like they wish, even though if they have not even stepped forward, it's like there's an element of, I wish they would offer that to me. Maybe once upon a time you did, but you were a different person then. So, yeah, I think that she's looking at the past, and so it's like you have a different maturity, a regality. I heard. Are we making up words? I'm not sure, but you are super balanced, and you know that whoever wants you, they need to come to you. It's not going to be like you're chasing anyone any longer, if you ever did. Okay. Why else is this person obsessed with you? Your secret admirer turned obsession. Why is that? Let's find out. Because you're shrouded, you're divinely protected, and you're shrouded in mystery from them. Maybe you had a falling out. Maybe they no longer have access to your personal space because they took too long, or they're just no longer in your life and no longer part of your inner circle. Because intuitively also you guys are like divinely connected in some way. At least that's how they're feeling. And I do feel like they really keep an eye on you energetically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. And this morning I also woke up to the number 5555 in the morning. And right away, I felt like with my readings, a lot of changes, a lot of fluctuations. But when you add them together, it is a 15. And then you reduce it to number 6. And I feel like that's your glow up. That's your personal power. That's your stability. That's your victory. And so you have had such a glow up that they can't keep their eyes off of you. Okay. You're even more appealing than you ever were. Like, magnify that by 100. Okay. So with that, my loves, I do smash that like button, like, share, comment, subscribe. Namaste. Hi, clip number 2. This is your reading. So your secret admirer turned obsessed. What did you do? Let's find out who this person is. Page of Wands. So somebody has a lust for you, for sure. Okay? I feel like you keep them burning, where everything feels like it is dry land right now. I mean, this is a person, a page of action. So again, a vibration of somebody who's like really young, on the move. This page even seems like they're just moving. They're like in motion right now. Almost like ready to combat, like fight for you, go after you, but a little bit flighty, okay? On the top of their mind is what makes them feel secure, their root chakra. They could be in pursuit of their desires. This could be a pleasure seeker. Let's find out a little bit more about this person. Okay, I feel like they could be younger than you, regardless of your age. So, younger than you could see them like, if it's not numerically, like by age, younger than you, then it's somebody who is just immature, or you view them as immature or young in some way, okay? So the secret admirer, why are they obsessed with you? Let's find out. So 4 of Wands, they actually are really serious. They really fantasize and think about what it would be to live with you, to have a home with you, to have some stability with you, to go on a date with you. I don't feel like you've been out either. Okay, the Tower. So I do feel like there's just an element of like fantasy. With the Tower, I do also, this is an 18 and up, we just made it so fair warning here. But with the Tower, I do feel like this can allude to like climax, ejaculation, anything like that. So they definitely have a lot of passion for you. Okay, why else? You feel balanced, you feel homey, you feel secure, but not homey as in homely. Okay, don't get it twisted. They're definitely feeling the hot vibes, whereas they were interested. Let's do something. The charm, I almost forgot. So we're going to pull a charm to kind of pull this all together. A charm for clip number 2 or pile number 2, however you want to see that. Okay, yes. Why am I not surprised here? You are the Siren, baby. And so they view you as beautiful. You could have gorgeous hair, a sleek body. They like your body style. I see almost like her breast coming out here. And it could be that you really have beautiful breasts, whether big or small, whatever the case may be. The way that they view you is just extremely alluring and beautiful. And they would like a piece of that, if you know what I'm saying. So I think that they're just willing. They feel like this might even be, okay, this might even be kind of like a train wreck, but they can't stop thinking about you. Okay, so everybody knows that the Siren lures people with not the best intent. Okay, and so I'm not saying that you have evil intent or anything, but I feel like they want to test the waters with you. They want to take that risk, and they want to see where the Siren leads. Wreck my ship, baby. So why else is this admirer turned obsessed? Let's find out. The 4 of Swords, because you keep saying no, you keep putting them at bay, you keep like, you're like, no, I'm not. So they feel an energy of like push me, pull me, like almost like they're so allured by you, and yet you keep putting up boundaries, and they like you even more, and they want you even more. So it's almost like this beautiful mermaid that they can't touch or really see up close, and it's actually killing them. So I think a lot of like fantasies and stuff like that. What else? Why is this person obsessed? Please, let's find out. What I tell you, they want to get it in. Ace of Wands. All about passion, all about sexual tension. That's what's crowding their mind. They just want that release with you. And maybe not just, but they definitely want that with you. Let's see what else we have for you. Just heard a flock of geese flying over. Okay, so they don't want to be part of the flock. They know that you have a lot of admirers, and that's part of what turns them on, by the way. Who else is obsessed with you? Who else was a secret admirer turned obsessed? Let's find out. So that one was self-explanatory. Here we go again. We have got, this person came out in the first reading, so you might want to go ahead and look at the clip number 1 or pile number 1. This person wants to come towards you. This is a different person, older in age, probably more closer to your age or vibrationally closer to you. They've been looking at you for a while. I don't feel like in this scenario that you have been together with this person at all, but this person definitely would like to invest some time to get to know you, some energy in getting to know you. They could have been watching you. Like, you could have been within their circle of friends on the periphery for a period of maybe 3 years, maybe 4 years, something like that. And initially they're like, wow, she's fine, he's fine. Like, I'm interested. And now they're obsessed. And maybe they just look at all of your social media, Facebook, Insta, TikTok, Rumble, whatever. Okay. The Knight of Pentacles. Why is this person, this admirer turned obsession? Why are they obsessed right now? Let's find out. This card also came out in pile number, I'm telling you, pile number 1 has something for you as well. And they see that you are the quintessential queen. They know that you're psychic. They know that you're connected to the divine. They know that you have very high self-worth, that you speak your truth, that you are regal in so many different ways. They know that you speak a lot about love, that you are caring, that you have a lot of emotion. Look at all the water behind here, and the water expanse behind him as well. I feel like they could feel like you are my person, that kind of a thing. And they did not expect to actually like you this much. Now that it's turned into an obsession, I feel like they're a little bit intimidated to come forward. Why is this person obsessed with my pile number 2? Let's find out. Perhaps because you have moved away. Maybe you lived close by where they were. They once knew you. Maybe you went to school together. Maybe you were at the same workplace together. Anything like that. Or maybe you were just in touch with people that you're not in touch with any longer, and they don't have access to you anymore. They also see that you've traveled and been through a lot of different scenarios that you've had to kind of walk away and leave. To seek peace and to really put yourself first. And that's really admirable. And that shows in your quality of life. And they like that. Why else are they obsessed with you? Clip number 2. Let's find out. The Emperor. Because you do have like a lot of femininity, but it's almost going back to the siren. It's almost like it's my way or the highway. You could be a really tough cookie, I heard. Somebody not to be trifled with. And it's a little bit of a like, wow, she's not just soft and beautiful and maybe connected and intuitive and psychic and whatever, but she's also a tough cookie. And so they're riveted. They also are lured by this siren, wanting to get in the water, not caring if they get shipwrecked. And in other words, but I do feel like this person is very methodical and slow. They're not going to rush into anything, but they're tempted. Don't kid yourself. Let's just pull another charm because we can. A charm for this Knight of Pentacles. What is this? It's almost like a regal emblem. We're going like a chandelier almost. What else do we have for this Knight of Pentacles? Yeah, okay, we're pulling 2 more. So it just feels like they want to see how they can fit all the puzzle pieces together because you're quite the enigma. I almost, even though this isn't quite an eye, I feel like this is an eye. And whenever they see you, it's like you bloom, you're blooming, you're growing, you are changing, you're thriving. There's a lot of greenery associated with you. I feel like a lot of heart chakra work, like they see that. So if you're doing, for example, if you're doing readings online, or if you're doing counseling, if you're doing mentoring, if you're a life coach, if you're a therapist, a counselor, if you are a teacher and you have courses, things like that, they see how you are growing and blooming and developing yourself into, I feel like a metamorphosis, just like a glow up, okay? So why else is this person obsessed with you? Let's find out. Judgment. Because you're quick to kind of make an assessment, look at situations and make a judgment. and you're on it. You want things that are fair, things that are balanced. You're not willing to sacrifice who you are. And again, it's not my way or the highway, the Emperor. And that is a vibration. Wow. That's really self-sufficient. I mean, like, it feels, especially with Empress here, it's like you don't need anyone. You do for yourself, and you do with yourself. And that makes you all the more appealing, because this knight possibly could have been taken advantage of, or has fears that somebody wants them just for their wealth or their status in life, or whatever the case may be. So they might be really protective over their money or their resources. Last one. Look at that. I didn't even know this was in here. These are new for me. And so we have the heart, and it's like, I love dogs too. So maybe you love dogs. Look at me, I'm such a weirdo. I'm like, these are my hand lines. I'm like, don't look at my hand lines, because that's another fortune telling thing. But they could want a voice like, oh wow, you have dogs, I have dogs. You could have a mutual love for dogs. You could have met over like some sort of a kennel club, or raise dogs yourself. Maybe they do. But there's an affinity, and also like loyalty, I feel like, is a thing. For some of you guys, I had a cat who was like a Hemingway cat. If you look, there almost seems to be like an extra toe in there. I don't know if you can see that. Do you see that? Okay, it's just a loop, but it looked like an extra toe on that little paw. So for some of you guys, it could be a Hemingway paw. And for some of you guys, this person can like Hemingway. There could be a reference to Hemingway. Yeah, but I feel like you speak a lot of love, and it promotes loyalty and devotion in this night. When you speak about love, and I'm not talking about like, there's so many different kinds of love, we can't get into that right now, but the way that you project yourself, and the way that you lift others up, maybe you gas people up, you lift people up, and you really are dedicated to and loyal to really promoting love and voicing things that are positive, and yet you don't put up with any crap, and that's like hot to them. Okay, so that's why they were initially an admirer, and now they're obsessed. Okay, so with that, smash that like button. Please do like, share, comment, subscribe. Namaste. High pile number 3. Who is your secret admirer that is now obsessed? Secret admirer turned obsessed. Who is this, please? Let's find out. Page of Pentacles, another slow mover. We're going to take another card for you. It's going to be somebody who's younger than you. Somebody who likes to take their time to invest, learning how to navigate relationships, how to navigate stability, navigate money, finances. A Page of Wands, you have a lot of young people around that look at you and are quite obsessed with you. So you might be some really nice eye candy, but then when they get to know a little bit more about you, I feel like this is you, not an admirer. We're going to leave you in the middle right here. I'm going to pull one more card. Who is our secret admirer? Turned obsession. You have a lot of people going here. Secret admirer turned obsession. Let's find out. A lot. What I tell you, you have a lot of people admiring you. So this one's going to be really difficult to nail down, because you have a lot of people that initially see you and they think, wow, he's hot, she's hot. Or I'm really intrigued by this person. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and move these cards around just a little bit. I'm being led to hold this up right here. And it seems like to me, they initially liked you, and you kind of got in their head, in their sphere, in their mind, okay? And it's like, once you got in their mind, they did a little bit of homework, a little bit of research, and they see that you are the life of the party. You could have met them at a party, at a celebration, bar mitzvah, baby shower, Thanksgiving, birthday parties, retirement celebrations, who knows? But the bottom line is, they see how many people really like to celebrate you, how they get excited, how their energy shifts, okay? You're like an energetic ball, and you pull people into your sphere. Whether you like it or not, whether you know it or not, it's very natural for you. You may have a lot of young energy, and you intrigue a lot of people. Now, I'm going to say your circle is small. Your circle is small because you choose it to be. I think that you are a pedestal. You have some guardian angels that watch after you. Energetically, you don't let people into your space anyway, so you could be really protective. Oh, okay, here. So you're the, let me see. I know you could see this, but you are the Queen of Swords, and what's attractive about that is that you don't mince with words, you don't mess around. You're on your throne. You're going to say exactly what you mean. You don't like use your words lightly either. And I feel like you have an air of confidence about you. Like she's even touching the sword just with her fingertips. She's not even like grasping it, wielding it in a threat. She's like, you know what, I'm confident. But if you come at me sideways, I'm going to cut me a mother. Okay? And that could be a real big turn on to a lot of people. People see that you are just beautiful and sensual, and how you're an observer. You take everything in, and maybe you don't even speak it out loud, but you know what's going on, okay? You're in touch with your intuition. I just had like heat going up my left foot, and for me, that's my intuition. And that's the receptive mode. So you don't act and you don't do anything without really observing first, okay? And people like that about you. I feel like that's intimidating. You could be intimidating, but when you walk in, like all heads turn and people shift. And it might not be that you're like a talker. You're not the life of the party. Like you walk in and go, oh, hey, you know, all loud and trying to draw attention to yourself. But your aura speaks for yourself. The minute you walk in, all heads turn. And I think that you look at the room with a real assessment, sort of like where are the exits, who is in there, are there any threats? I don't know why I think of things that way, but that's how I'm feeling with this Queen of Swords. It's like, is there anyone that is a threat? Is there a situation? You know, for example, you walk into a bar and it's like, hey, are there any drunks here? Or is there drama going on, or potential drama? Where are the exits? And how does the room look? You're going to get a vibrational feel for things and make a quick assessment before you decide. For example, where am I going to sit? I'm sitting here because of whatever reason, or I have these people, I'm sitting around these people for whatever reason, or if you're protecting someone. So everything that you do with a lot of thought behind it, but you do it quickly and with agility, okay? You could be very sensual, comfortable with your sexuality, sensuality, and that's why you draw people from different demographics, from all over. Like, I feel like you walk in and the energy just jumps. What do they call that? Like a gravitational drop, something like that. Why else are these people who were once admirers now turned obsessed? Why are they obsessed with you? Let's find out. I feel like you could be an energy worker also. The Seven of Pentacles, because you look at things, you don't jump into anything. You look at things and you make an assessment. Is this beneficial to my time, for my energy, for my self-esteem, for my crops? Is it going to give me the abundance that I seek? Is it going to give me the growth that I want? Is it going to bear more fruit than I even planted? So you're not someone to be messed with, and you're not going to waste your time. Oh, hi. Yeah, look. More pages. People just want to come and go, oh, pile number 3, you're so hot, you're so... But you're a queen. There's no way these two could be compatible. They have to come at you with maturity, with substance, with some experience in life, with sincerity. What else? And why are they obsessed with thee? Let's find out. 8 of Wands, they want to message you. Maybe you have message. Maybe they have messaged you. a little bit of back and forth. All right, so what actually has been transpiring is I feel like they have been sending messages quite a bit, or sending and deleting messages if you have not received messages from anyone. They want to come at you quick, hard, fast. They want to travel to see you. They want you to travel to see them, with even a messenger bag. They have a lot to say, but a lot of also like sensual things that they want to talk about, like their solar plexus and their sacral chakra is combined here. It's like, I know what I want, and I see you, and I want more of you, and I want to get a feel for you. Now, one thing that's really appealing about you I want to talk about is that you are the Queen of Swords. You've been through it. And I just went outside a second ago to walk my dogs. That's why they interrupted my read. But don't laugh at me. We don't have any flowers here. I don't, at least anyways. I do live in the desert, and so anything that grows here is just incredibly beautiful. And so this caught my eye. Obviously, it's a weed, but look at all the little like flowers. And so I feel like what this is saying also with your reading, look at that. It's like you know how to bloom wherever it is that you are, regardless of hardship. Like you weren't given a lot, or perhaps even given anything. And this, I mean, I didn't water this. This just happened. The weed just happened. Am I not lucky? And so what I feel like that metaphorically is just really saying about you is that they know that you've come through hardship. Like people know that you've been through it, and that you're protective of your heart. But that's what makes you beautiful and alluring. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and pull a gemstone for you guys. So clip number 3. Pile number 3, why are these secret admirers, plural, because you have many, are now turned obsessed? Okay, checking out your social media. What is this? Friend. Okay. They view you as a great potential friend. Like they see that you're quality. This could be a friend from the past. Okay, I've pulled a few more. Peace. You are somebody who promotes peace and love, and you actually cut out everything that doesn't follow that template. Okay. Oh, hi there. Okay, I was going to leave that for last because this is my new favorite. I just discovered this, but it's you speak, your heart is just, you speak about whatever's on your heart, messages of healing, of freedom, of help, of hope, and you cut out everything that isn't, even on your vocabulary. You're learning to temper and only speak from the heart, messages of positivity, right? And they see how loyal you are. This could also be a loyal friend, or they view you as a loyal friend, okay? So loyalty has something to do with it. This person, these people can also have like Hemingway cats or be part of animal rescue, something like that. But there's a lot of love there. They could be like a spokesperson for adopt a pet or something like that. And then also the infinity. It's like they always keep coming back to you. They compare everyone to you. So it could be a situation where you knew each other, they've seen you on social media, and for whatever reason, they're magnetized by you because of your energy, like a ball of energy. It doesn't mean, like, to me, when people say that, it's like, oh, I'm bubbly and, no. It just means that when you walk in with power, with force, and your energy almost controls a room. And even if they've never been in a personal space, like, close to you, they can see that, and they're riveted by the energy that you carry, okay? So I feel like there's even a pink confetti. There's just a lot of like, wow, you make me kind of giddy. I feel like people get the butterflies when they're around you, or they look to you or think about you. And even these little wild flowers, I'm going to call them that. Don't tell me it's a weed. Even these little wild flowers are pink. So I feel like that's a nod for love and even puppy love, okay? So with that, please do like, smash that button, share, subscribe, and namaste.